Jays lose 5-2 against the Tampa Bay Rays in Tampa in probably the most predictable result this season. Hooray! This game wasted an excellent effort from Kevin Gausman. He did not deserve this loss at all. He was great. He made an error himself personally that came back to haunt him, but another run was given up as a result of a drop ball in the outfield. Asking a guy to give up less than 2 earned runs over 7+ innings is a big ask against a big league team, especially a big league team that's as good as the Rays are. So, no, you deliver the goods, Kevin. This team just can't hit anything right now. Speaking of that drop ball in the outfield that resulted in the Rays' first run, yeah, a couple things about that. First of all, George Springer got hurt on that play. Yeah, of course, the only guy who's been consistently hitting all season. Yeah, he's the guy who gets hurt. Of course. Right after he does a players-only meeting where he says, you know, guys, let's go. He's exhibiting the leadership and saying we need to get our heads right and do what we got. Of course, that guy gets hurt. Of course he does. At the first opportunity, he gets hurt. Yes, that makes sense. And then on the ensuing at-bat with a runner at third base with nobody out, in the second inning, the Blue Jays play their infield in because I guess they're feeling that if they go down 1-0, that might be the ball game because they don't think they can hit enough to score a run. And, you know, I kind of agreed with it. Seriously, I don't think I've ever seen that, where a team feels compelled to bring the infield in to try to cut down the run at home plate rather than go down 1-0 in the second inning. That's so scary to me. That management of this team is up here being like, we can't score, and we don't have anything that we can do about it. So we just have to make sure we never get scored on if we want to try to win a baseball game. That's terrifying. That's where you think you're at. If you're at that point where you don't think you can score a run and there's really nothing you can do about it, some bigger things have to happen. Like a coach has to be fired, a guy has to be traded, you have to bring in a bat from outside the organization, you have to call up a Relvis Martinez or some other kind of hot-hitting prospect. You got to do something. You can't just run this lineup out there and be like, yeah, these guys can't score right now, but what are you going to do? You can't do that. But that's apparently what we're doing, and they really don't think they can score any runs. They were trying to cut down the run at home plate in the second inning. Wow. And they were pretty much right to do it. The Blue Jays honestly got a lot of the kind of results they're looking for. They got runners on base for Vlad Guerrero, and he came through one time with a single to right field that scored one. That's nice. He also chopped the ball feebly on the first pitch into 2 really rally-killing double plays. In both cases, even a ball into the air just to advance the runner would have been more productive, just to give Teo a chance to do something other than lead off with the bases empty. This is your best hitter. This is a guy who's one of the best hitters on the planet, and he is absolutely killing us right now. Bo is an exceptional hitter. He had nothing today. He is absolutely killing us. Yes, Teoscar Hernandez is still working his way back, but he had nothing today. Lourdes hasn't had anything for 3 weeks. That's your 2, 3, 4, and 6 hitters in this lineup. Kirk at least has gotten some hits in recent memory, so okay, keep him at the 5, I guess, fine. But Chapman's not hitting, Collins isn't hitting. Pretty much the only guys you can count on were the number 1 and number 9 hitters, which is Springer and Espinal. And now Springer's hurt. I don't know what needs to change. There's any number of things that need to change. If it's got to be changing guys in the lineup, Gurriel maybe needs to hit 9th for a bit. Maybe we need to lead off with Tapia and Espinal at the top of the lineup just to give them more at-bats because they're the only guys who can get hits right now. Do we need to start Vinny Capra at first base? Do we need to give Vlad a couple days? Something needs to happen. You can't just keep running these guys out here and say, well, we can't score and we know it, but what are you going to do? Something. You got to do something. This was the most pro forma, foregone conclusion loss of the season, and that's saying something. We've had more than a few that have felt that way, but this one pretty much was from the very beginning. As soon as Lau hit that fly ball and George lost it and it popped out of his glove and he's at third base with nobody out, that was pretty much it, right? As soon as Vlad hit his not first but second rally-killing double play, that's it. And the Rays are good, and we don't play well at the Trop, and all of that is as read. But that plus Jays can't hit right now means that we had our best pitcher going today, a guy who's been as good as anyone in baseball this season, and he delivers the goods as he has every single time, and we didn't have a chance to win. Our best pitcher was out there. He delivered a great performance, and we didn't have a chance to win. That's tough. For a team that has World Series aspirations, to have your best pitcher out there and feel like you can't win, that's tough. And it's not the state of the team, like there's somehow still a game above 500. It's not the fact that guys are cold. Guys get cold. This is baseball. It's a long time. You're going to have times where you're hot, times where you're cold. You're going to have to make adjustments. You're going to have to do whatever. But it's the fact that guys have been cold the whole time in the same way for coming up on 2 months. And no one seems to know what to do about it. Everyone seems to be waiting for things to just kind of work themselves out. The guys will just figure it out. Will they? Something needs to change. An approach needs to change. A new idea needs to surface. A lineup needs to be readjusted. A guy needs to be promoted. A guy needs to be demoted. A guy needs to be acquired from outside the organization. Something needs to change. The current alignment, as it is, means we're walking into a series against a key divisional rival with our best pitcher on the mound and we don't have a chance to win. That's just not going to do it. Can't have it. Can't have it. So I'm excited to find out what it is that Charlie and Ross come up with. Because they got to come up with something. I mean, it's still early, but it gets late pretty quick. You know what I mean? That's it for me. Sorry this isn't more fun right now, but, I don't think any of us are having the best time of our lives at this particular juncture. Thank you very much for watching this video. Thank you for watching this channel. Like and subscribe, etc. It really helped me out. I appreciate it. I will see you tomorrow for what we can only hope is something. Anything.